It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Come on in, friends. We are getting started. This is my Go Live Without Any Fear. We're going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about making sure that you are going live with confidence, with ease, not being shy, not being afraid, none of the things about holding you back from going live. So come on in. We're going to get started in a second. I want to set my screen up. I have to be honest with you guys. Your girl got some positive news. So I'll talk about it in a second. And then I got some homework to do because of this news. So we're gonna get started. Um, so yes. So we are gonna get started. I don't know how much I'm gonna share today because I still got things that I gotta figure out. So we will see how much I'm able to talk talk about it. But good morning, how you doing? Yes, Michelle. I was just sharing. How was your weekend? First of all, how was your weekend? You said how was your The weekend was good. The weekend was good. I was here. I was like, what was I doing this? I was here. I was in these YouTube and TikTok streets. So it was good though. I have no complaints. I have no complaints at all. And so I was busy. I was getting stuff together. So here, I will break the news to you first, my friend, since you've been here moderating with me. You know I put in for an agency opportunity with TikTok. So it seems as if my application has moved forward to the contract phase. So now I have to read the contract. so so I'm moving forward. It's progressing. So I'm happy about that. I literally clicked to check this literally right before I went live. Yes, I did a quick pop in on your shop. You did. Was that Saturday night? Saturday night? Yes, I was in these TikTok streets. Yes, I was in the streets. Yes, it went well. Hold on one second. Okay, gotcha. I was looking at something, a text message that popped through. I was just wanting to make sure I wasn't missing something. But yeah, you said wow. So yes, so the stages are moving forward. So that was good news. I literally looked at every day I've been stalking the platform. So to go there this morning and it changed to, here's your contract. I was like, wait a minute. So now I got to go back and read. I haven't read anything. It was literally like my time, 9:59. So I was like, oh, I got to go live. So I'm going to look at it. Good morning, friends. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you all joining. Um, Here's housekeeping. Let's give our housekeeping notes. Make sure you like the live. Make sure you comment. Say good morning. Good morning. I'm going to be on live probably an hour. I got some homework to do now. So come on in. We're going to chat it up. Put it in the chat. Say hello. Good morning. If you have not subscribed to the channel, click that subscriber button. It is, and then also set that alarm so that we can get notifications. And then my moderator is Yes Michelle Crochet. She is in the building. So please connect with her. Go to her page, subscribe. She is your YouTube coach. She's going to help you get optimized, get everything going with your channel. So please connect with Michelle as well. She is awesome. She's my coach. She's helping me think very intentionally about my process. You know what, Michelle, I'm gonna tell you something else. So other thing I did today, not today, it was yesterday. I started the process last night. So I'm in some chats. So let me say it that way. I'm looking at thank you so much for saying that. Yes, Michelle is in the chat. Just a friendly reminder. Please comment and say hello, but let's keep it professional. This is a professional room. We are talking all things about going live, monetization. So I also want to say the room is really built for 18 years and older. So if you're not 18 years and can't make those type of decisions, this is not the room for you. So make sure you're at least 18 as you're engaging and commenting. And if not, then unfortunately, I would like you not to be in the room. So let me know if you guys have questions though. So my friend Michelle, so I was going to share this with you and my friends who are here. So this is something I'm looking for. So if you are on the line, on the chat, communicate with me. I am looking for like a virtual assistant for my social media, specifically YouTube. I think that's what I realized I needed. Michelle, we talked Friday. You got me to thinking. And I was like, okay, how do I do this and do it in a way that's going to free up time And so I'm thinking about doing that type of person. So I went on Fiverr, looked at, submitted a couple requests to people to kind of see how they can support. So I think that's the approach I want to take, where I can get yes, yes, and so they could do the editing. So there's several people who do this. This is part of how they promote their business, where they can do the editing of the videos and then ultimately make them into maybe a few long form videos for me, as well as make sure the SEO is done correctly, all the other edits that's needed to make sure it's an engaging video, as well as yes, start with a yes. So I know all of them do that now. And um, you said start with AI and discuss it with me. Hello, how you doing, friend? You said hi, Luxury. It is Dr. Lisa. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much. And so thank you for chatting. I appreciate you commenting too, friend. So yes, so that's what I'm thinking I'm going to need. I need someone who's going to do actually the publishing, the work, the editing, publishing, and then making sure that it is, for argument's sake, for lack of a better word, just in compliance, just making sure they're dotting all the I's, crossing the T's, the timeline, the captions, the thumbnail, all that goes with the production of a video and then publishing it. So that's what I'm thinking I need. I need that person. I don't have a budget. So if you're that person, if you're looking to get rich, this is not the room for you. I am not the person for you. But with that, I wanna think about how I can do this on a budget, a small budget, a shoestring budget, as well as thinking about how I can have a long-standing partnership where they're doing this for me on a weekly basis. So that's my thinking. Yes, thank you so much, Michelle. She is saying, put in the chat, if you are here, say hello, good morning. Thank you so much for all joining the live. Make sure you like the live. I say that all the time in the beginning. Make sure you like the live. Also comment for me, and if you have not done so already, go ahead and click that subscriber button so we can build our community. We can get to chatting, talking. You guys can grow and learn, and I am here for you. And then I tell you all the time, I co-stream. So I'm going to go into these TikTok streets in a second and also connect with you all. So I'm talking rather quickly today because I want to make sure that I'm able to kind of read through that contract and get some things going. The solution is as close as your TikTok, would you say your TikTok audience exchange your training for those services. That's true. That's true. I like that. That is true. So that's another way to look at it. Yeah. Yeah, so there could be an exchange of services. That's true. I like that. You said, what's my motive? Your motive. Motive sounds so sinister. Like I'm trying to do something very subversive. That is not the case, friend. You said you're on into 9:30. Thank you so much, friend. How you doing? My doctor study blog. I'm sorry, my medical study blog. How you doing, friend? My motive is actually, first of all, when I think about showing up, it's about building community, building a presence. It's about building your brand. So that's probably the number one reason, your brand. How do you create a brand? How do you put yourself out there in a way that you're going to get to connect with your audience? And so I teach that essentially, like you want to make sure you're representing your brand, your business, the services you offer, the resources you provide, and then how do you show up in a way where you're adding value and you're sharing with people what you have, what knowledge base you have, what experience you have, how you can help them, and then ultimately you're leading them to your solution. So that's the whole purpose of going live streaming. Because if you're in this, I say it all the time because I think people miss the connection. This is digital marketing. Okay. So when you are in a digital marketing space, then you have to think about ways that you connect with your audience in a digital way. And so live streaming is a way to do that. You also have content creation. You know that you have the video content that you can do here. I'm going to co-stream on TikTok in a second. They have their content creation as well over there for their platform, but they also have live streaming. And so it's a way for you to connect with your audience. It ultimately, especially all these platforms now, that it does lead towards monetization through the platform, but even beyond that, because if you're talking to your audience, you should be leading them to a solution. So that way they're getting your overall services and resources you have available. So in digital marketing, you want to be very intentional about leveraging the space for that. So to answer your question, it is about conveying your brand. That's the motive. Let me know if you have any other questions, friends. I appreciate you though. So we're gonna get to talking. So let me know if there's something in particular I can share with you all here. I'm about to go live on TikTok, and I usually talk a lot about TikTok. I'm actually going to talk a lot about TikTok today, with the thinking that I'm going to try to go live for about an hour. I'm not going to be on super long, because I have some homework. I have homework to do. And so I'm excited about the homework. I'm excited about knowing all I need to know and being able to move forward. You said hello. How you doing, Nino? Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate you. Make sure you guys like the live and subscribe as well. And then, like I said, my moderator, yes, Michelle, is in the building. So you can connect with her. She's going to ask questions and keep the chat engaging. And if you are not 18 years and older, make sure that you are, so you can stay in the room and we can actively engage. But thank you so much for all your support. I appreciate you all. So, okay, let's stay on topic with questions too. But you know what? That's a great question because I didn't share that. I am in Orlando, Florida. But you said, where am I from? I'm actually from Chicago. That's where I'm from. So, yeah, thank you so much for being here, friend. I appreciate you. And so let me know if you have any questions relating to going live without any fear, friends. Let's hit go. Okay, wait a minute. Before I hit go, it said something. Virtual items and rewards policy update. We updated our virtual items policy and created a separate rewards policy to provide you with more information about what virtual items and rewards can be received on TikTok. Let me screenshot this so I can read it later. These policies come within, okay, on August 14th. Okay, all right, there we go. TikTok just updated their rewards policy. I was like, all right, thank you, TikTok, for letting me know. Thank you. I'm Georgia in country. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for being here, friend. As in the country, not not the state. Appreciate you, friend, for sharing that. Thank you so much. Let us know if you have any questions. Feel free to connect with me. Thank you so much. We're gonna get to chatting. Come through with come through with the information. TikTok can't come through with the info. What you mean? Hello, friends. How are you? Come on in. I am going live. Thank you so much for being here. This is Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. Appreciate you all joining the live. We are going to get started. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to add my live to my story. I didn't get a chance when I came. Literally, when I came live, this is the first thing I did. I didn't even go on TikTok this morning. I usually don't do that. They gave you a notice before it impacted you. Oh, you said the notice that just popped up? Yes, yes. That's actually the first time they've done that too. I guess they're trying to be a little bit more proactive. But they were just saying the rewards policy was changing as of August 14th, so it will change in August. But I need to go back and read, and that's why I screenshotted it so I can go back and kind of fully take it all in. Yeah, that's what that notice was. So the rewards policy is changing. How you doing, Tina? Thank you so much for being in the room. You said I suspected. Okay, gotcha. Miss Jackson, how are you, friend? Come on in. We're just getting started on the live. Why does this look kind of dark? What is going on with my lighting? I don't know. Let me turn this light on just to get a little bit more. Now it has me looking grainy. All right, friends. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. How are you? I'm doing well, Tina. How's everything going? How's your live? Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate you coming on in. We're going to get to chatting and talking. How is your live journey going? Are you going live, my friend? Because you got live access. Pretty sure of that. Pretty sure of that. But how are you doing? Appreciate you coming in. You said no. No. What's the deal? Tina's clothing. What you waiting on? Fashion. Let's see. You said God first. There we go. Fashion meets faith, the perfect combination. That is so true, friend. So what are you thinking? Are you thinking? Are you trying to get TikTok shop? Is that what this page is about? Your page? It would it would be fitting if you wanted to be one of the TikTok shop fashion people. Let me know. Or do you have your own products? A little fearful. Hey, you're in the right room, friend. The name of this live is Go Live Without Any Fear. We are talking about going live and setting the fear aside. How you doing, Chrissy? How you doing, friends? Come on in. Thank you so much. Fear. What's holding you back? Besides, I mean, is it that you don't have anything to talk about, or what's the fear? The fear is that you don't want people to see you. What's the thing? Chrissy, come on in. How you doing? Okay, that's good, friend. We're gonna tap the live. We're gonna like the live. We're gonna talk about. You said that part. What part? That you don't have anything to talk about? Okay, we can give you something. You want to talk about fashion? That's what you want to talk about. But I mean, no, seriously. Do you have? You say yes. You have. Okay, so Tina's Clothing. What does that mean? Do you have a boutique? Do you have something to do with fashion from being a model? Jobs. Which jobs, Chrissy? You want to talk about jobs? Come on in, friends. I appreciate everybody joining the live. Thank you so much. How you doing, Mama Leanne? I make faith-based t-shirts. Oh, I like. I clap for that. How you doing, Alondria? How are you, friend? How is your live journey going? You know what? Did you go live recently? I think you were in one of my bubbles, and I didn't get a chance to stop. Pop in. You know, you have your inbox, and you see the people who are red. I think you were there for me, friend. Sarah, come on in, friend. How is everything going, Dr. Lisa? That's with an exclamation mark. Is that good news, friend? Let me know. Let me know if that's an exclamation mark, because you're like, Dr. Lisa, I got an answer. Are you delivering good news? Let me know if you're delivering good news. That's what I want. I want to hear from you, friend. I hope you are. Um, Alondria, you said I got my live access. That is good news. That is good news. Okay. We also need to hear that's great news. We're gonna say that is great news. Sarah and I had a meeting yesterday, so she got a live access. That's awesome. That is promising. Now we need to get that other account back. So we're gonna see if they respond back to you. They should respond back. I'm suspecting today. Today you should get that initial response. If not today, tomorrow. So you should get that initial response. And then I'm going to let the room fill up a little bit more because I have a little good news too. And so your girl is going to stay live for maybe right at 60 minutes. We'll see. I might stay later, but we'll see. You know, I'm out of a job since my son passed away. That's why I'm asking. Chrissy, oh, sorry to hear that. My condolences, friend. Thank you so much for coming in. Let's talk about this is a brand new account too, friend, and then I'm gonna give you some homework. We gotta get your bio up. But okay, so I think you want to talk about monetization. I'm happy to talk about that. Toya, come on in. How you doing, Toya? How is Live Legion and Shoppable Lives going for you, friend? All my friends, Luna. Awesome. I'm gonna let you all come in. I'm gonna share my little update too, because I got a little news going on too. So I'm gonna share an update. Chrissy, stay with me. Chrissy, stay with me, because I want you to we're gonna talk about I think you're saying you want to look into this space, digital marketing. How you doing, Felicia? Digital marketing, this space. What does it look like to come on live or come on TikTok and make money? I think that's what I'm hearing from you. You said job. Now, there is a person, I adore her. She is a live host. She talks about virtual jobs. So I can pass her information along to you. Let me know if that's somebody. I'm gonna pass it along to you anyway. Just go to her page. Portia. Portia's the first name. Portia's in her name. Portia. Oh, somebody look her up. Portia. She has a work from home. I think her name is the acronym for that. So it might be WFH. But Portia. Now, the problem is she has a lot of imposter accounts. So I don't want you to pick the wrong one. So, Chrissy, do me a favor. If you do me a favor, if you message me, it's going to come up as a request. You said I'll be back. Okay. It's gonna come up as a request. Message me, say, Dr. Lisa, I was the person who was looking for a job in your life. No, that's not the right Portia spelling. That's what I'm saying. If you message me, I will send you the right Portia, because you're probably going to look and it's going to be like 40 different Portias in there for the person I'm talking about, because she has a lot of imposters. We had this long conversation and she was like, Dr. Lisa, I can't get rid of them. I told her to go through legal, but they keep popping up on her. So she has, I'll make sure you get to the right Portia. So if you send me a message, I will promise you to get back to you. So she's somebody whose live you want to go to. Okay. But stay with me because I'm going to give you live etiquette so you know how to engage. Okay. Because if you are in a situation where you're like, okay, I need some support, I'm trying to figure this thing out, I don't know what to do, I want you to go to her page, but I want you to know how to engage in the live, because her live typically is very lively. So you got to make sure you're able to get the support you need. You may have to invest a little bit into what you want to do or what you're trying to do, but just kind of keep that in mind. I want you to get the support you need. Okay. Good, and you, I'm going. Laugh out loud. I hear you, friend. I'm going too. That TikTok shop is a thing. I say it all the time. It's not for the weak. It is not for the faint of heart. It is a thing. Sarah said she was going to be back. She said she got live access. I wanted to kind of cheer her on a little bit more. I appreciate her coming in and tell me that that was good news. That is great news. Not at all. Whew, I know, friend. I know. So I'm not giving up on it. I tell you guys, when I start doing something, I'm like, okay, breathe. You can do this. What's my practice makes progress? I have to do my little mantras in my head. Practice makes progress. Practice makes progress. Consistency and engagement. So that's what I do in the mirror. Yes, that is what I have to tell. I know. It is a thing. But I think it's for the, I think yes, I totally agree. What I share is that, it is one of those things where, again, as you get better, as you start practicing, as you start doing it, you will feel more confident. And I've gotten, so the confidence is there. Don't get me wrong. It's the products. It's the products. And so when I'm going live, I'm like, okay, let me remember all these details about this product. And I do need to do a little bit more. And Luna, you asked this. She's like, what do you mean by homework? I do need to do a little bit more research, homework, investigation, a little bit more, just so that when I'm talking, it's a little bit more fluid. And so when I get a new product, obviously, and I'm going to tell you guys this now. Luna, she comes to my live, my shoppable lives. You probably can notice when I'm introducing a new product. The new ones, and I've been getting new ones almost like weekly. I'll introduce 1 or 2 new products. The new ones throw me because I'm like, oh, I got the old ones down. Now I got to get this new one. And so then that just becomes a whole nother thing. And then I'm trying to make sure I remember all the things about the old one. And then I try to make sure that I infuse different stories or anecdotes about usage and what I've been doing and that type of stuff. So it becomes a lot of information. I think that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of information, but as you get used to it, you get better. Hello, Betsy. How are you, friend? Betsy, is this retirement day? Let me know. Are we here? Did we arrive? Let me know. Did we arrive at retirement day, friend? Nope. Oh, 3 days. Okay. You're like, nope. Almost. Thursday's your last day. Okay. He said, nope, not yet. Okay, let me share my news real quick. So here's the deal. I am going to go. Hello, how you doing, friend? I am going to go live. I'm going to stay on live probably right at 11:30. I'm going to get off. I'll probably push it to about 11:30. I'm going to do a solid hour or so, maybe a little even over. Here's why. Because literally, when I say literally, at 9:59, because I go live on YouTube first, because it takes a little bit more, it's just a little bit more of a setup there. Not much setup, but it's just, I activate that first before I come over here. So here's where I clicked, because you guys know I've been stalking my application for TikTok agency. I've been stalking the app. And so every morning, y'all probably didn't know this, but every day I had been clicking the app to see if there was another update. And this morning there was an update. I got to the contract phase, y'all. So I have a contract in here. So thank you so much, Michelle. Appreciate your friend. So I'm at the contract phase and I haven't read anything. So I don't know what that means. Thank you so much, friend. So I'm assuming it's good news. So I'm assuming it means something. Now here's the downside of this, and I'm just gonna say this out loud. Thank you so much. God heard our prayers. You so silly. God heard our prayers. God has been hearing a lot of prayers. I was like, God, if this is for me, it's gonna be for me. If it ain't for me, then hey, I'm just gonna direct my path. Direct my path. Okay. Okay, okay, look at TikTok. TikTok being nice to me today. TikTok's like, okay, Dr. Lisa, we're gonna be nice. They gave us the roses, friends. Thank you so much for that. And so that's what's happening. So he is directing my path. And so here's what I say to you all. And I'm gonna say this out loud because I know, thank you so much, you all. I appreciate the support. We're going to be close to getting the rose gold. Okay, we got 4 more to get. That's okay. We're going to keep it going, friends. Thank you so much. If you are coming into the live, we got the rose gold that we just got as our flash gold. We got 3 more to give, 1 per person. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. Thank you for that daily heart me. Thank you so much. Tina, stay with me too, because I want to finish getting. We're going to talk about fear, friend. We're going to talk about fear. Fear is the topic. Go live without fear. We're going to talk about it. So let me rest your mind, because I don't want you to be afraid of this thing. Okay, this is what it's about. You get in it, and as what I just say, my mantras: practice makes progress. Practice makes progress. You will be fine. Thank you, Miss Darlene. How you doing? Appreciate you coming in, friend. Thank you so much. We just got the flash gold. We got 2 more roses to give. 2 more roses. Thank you so much, friends. So I was just sharing the news that I got to the contract phase. So I looked at the application and I paused. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for lighting up that gift gallery too. That's right. Today is Monday, the gift gallery. That's right. Thank you so much. Yay, yay. So I told you all earlier, there's levels to this thing. There is levels to it. So I think there's like there's at least 4 Oh, thank you, Doris. How you doing, Doris? Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate you. We got the flash gold. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you all. We got that flash gold, so that's awesome. So I told you guys, from what I understood, there's levels to this. So this is like level 3. So I told you first level was the application. Second level was when they said, okay, we got your application. They put me into the little queue system to do their due diligence. And so they did their due diligence, and now they sent the contract. So now after the contract, now this is what I got to read through it and kind of understand the next level. There is another process or another level or phase. Maybe that's the word I should use. The next phase I have to go through. I think there's some training, and then I think there's somebody who's supposed to be my point of contact. So I haven't gotten that official point of contact. So I think I'm still in the process, y'all. I don't know if I can start like taking on people and start promoting as of yet. So that's what I got to read the contract and just kind of know a little bit more about it. How long did you do the application? Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you. How long did it? Well, so I submitted officially June 19th. That's the application date that's in the system. Now, I think what had happened, and I'm just going to be honest with you all, I think when I submitted, they had a conference that happened right around that time. So, and actually I think the conference was here in Orlando. Who knew? I didn't know, but I think it was actually here. I think that because that conference happened, I think my application got lost in the mix. So what I ended up having to do, and it probably would have stayed lost. I don't know if they ever would have gotten to it if I didn't. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't think it ever would have gotten found if I hadn't went to the other webinars and said, hey, what about me? I submitted 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Now it's 4 weeks. So I literally, that's what I was doing. I was going to the conference. There were little webinars every week and putting something in the chat. And it's like, oh, we'll get back to you. Oh, and so I think they finally got back to me because of it. But I don't know. It probably would have stayed out there in the cloud space or whatever. So they finally got to me, and then they put me in this next little level, and then that's where the application was being reviewed. And so today is the day I got a contract, so we'll see what the next phase will be. So I have to read it. That's what I was going to say to you all. So I have to read it, and I'll know. Hello, Trisha. Good morning. Good morning. So I have to read the contract, and I'll find out more details. Let me ask something. This is, and I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna look because I think there's a word count. This is. Let me do a poll. This is for engagement purposes. I'm gonna ask a question. So here's the question. One of the first things on the application, it seemed to be, the name of the agency is called Launch Your Income. So maybe I should say that, Launch Your Income Agency. That's the name, because that's my name here. That's my branding. I could create the way I have it here with my name, Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. I could do that. I could absolutely do that on the application. I'm thinking I will. However, let me know if I should just say, should I say the full name? And so that's the smiley face. That's going to be the smiley face. The full name, Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income, or should I just say Launch Your Income? So I'm going to hit start. Now let me give context. The reason why I'm debating about putting Dr. Lisa, because it may be beyond me at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like the name Launch Your Income allows for more flexibility, more faces, more people. And now it's not just Dr. Lisa. Does that make sense? So that was kind of where I was like, okay, well, maybe I don't do Dr. Lisa because it could be a broader thing, but people would resonate with me. Does that make sense? So I was thinking maybe I don't do it if I'm thinking about expansion and just the future. You said Dr. Lisa's your brand, though. I know. That's what I was thinking too. Okay. So we got one sad face because it's like, no, maybe not. Expansion makes sense, Dr. Lisa. It does. Dr. Lisa, that is your brand. That's your brand. Yeah, it is. It is. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys in the room. It is. Thank you. So, with the polls, so I'm showing you guys the polls too, because you guys could do polls in your room. I think you just hit the actual face. I think that's what happens. So if one of us were a coach, you would say as part of Dr. Lisa's team. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I like that. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, I totally like it. That's how we know who you are. That's true. That's true. And okay, that's true. I was just trying to. So let me see if I can do it. So now it's a matter of characters and character count and spaces and all this other stuff. So I'll go in and look and see if it'll let me do that. If I don't do it, whatever I set it up as, I set it that way for literally next 6 months. It can't change. So hopefully it works and I don't have a problem. I'm with Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. You put all that. You said, I'm with Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. That's a little short. So if I cannot do it, then that's why you see Launch Your Income. That's why you're gonna see it. If I'm not able to put all the characters, then I'll have to use the shorter name. So that's the way I'll do it. Okay, thank you. Because that's the first thing that popped up on the screen. So literally that was my very first question I got. I was like, oh, what I do? So that just happened. So now I'm at the contract phase. So I gotta read through the contract. I gotta get all the details. I'm gonna figure it out. And then I'll get back to you and you guys will see. You guys will see. So we'll see. I think if you start with Dr. Lisa, then in 6 months, if you want to change it, it's because it got cut off. But I think you're just saying it got to the point where I needed to change it, basically. And maybe the growth, all that stuff. You said the LDY. Don't feel laugh at you. That's the acronym. People are like, I'm a DLLY. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna keep you posted, Fred. I told so what I shared. You said I like it. You like it. You want me to say I like the DLLY. That's great news. So progress is it's being made. Progress is being made. So we just gonna go with it. So I'm at the stage now. So this is what I was sharing earlier. So when I opened up my checked my application before I went live, you said I'm with DLLIY. That's the abbreviation. Oh, that's funny. So how you doing, D? So I was sharing earlier when I went into so every day, just so that you guys know, every day I've been clicking this little screen to refresh my application. And when I refreshed it today, it actually said contract, and so it moved to the next phase. So I clicked the to go inside, and so the screen that pops up is like, "What's the name?" And I was like, "Oh," so that's where I left it. I was like, "I'll figure it out after my live." Um, you said the best agency on TikTok. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you, Luna. Thank you so much. So I will keep you guys posted. That's the thing about it. So this is not, this is not. Hi, Derek. How are you, friend? Thank you so much. Hello, hello. This is not, as you can tell, it's not a quick process. They communicate and promote it as being, oh, it takes all it will take is 3 to 5 days. And at first they were saying they say 3 days up to 2 weeks. Now, obviously, I've surpassed 2 weeks, and I like I said, I think my application got lost in the internet somewhere because they went on a conference and then the holiday happened and then they got back and me along with about 40 other people were in this other app, or I should say are in this other app because we haven't left yet, are in this other app, and so we're in that phase, and so we're all kind of commiserating together. And so I shared this yesterday over the weekend. They sent like this additional questions and additional information they were asking. So I submitted all that Saturday night. I was like, okay, let me just answer all their questions. And they asked for some additional documentation. So I submitted what I had. And I guess what I had was good enough, y'all. I'm just gonna say that. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna submit what I have. I don't know if it's gonna be what y'all need. And it was what they needed. So I got to this phase. So I don't know. The reason why I say I think there's another phase because I think I'm going to deal with some more stuff. Because I remember someone in the chat, she had gotten beyond the application phase, but she's like, I still haven't gotten my like the point of contact, the creator manager person. So I think there's somebody else that happens that is part of the next phase, and so I need to get matched with somebody. Yeah. So we'll see. We're just gonna keep going forward. Just keep going forward, y'all. Like I said, it's not easy, but you just kind of keep staying with it, and whatever's meant to be, God is directing my path and ordering my steps. That's the way I see my life. That's how I look at it, and I'm here for a reason. I don't think it's a season. It might be a season or two. How you doing, Amelia? But I'm here for a reason, so we're gonna keep going. So yes, so excited for you. Thank you so much. This is definitely progress. I will say, if nothing else, it's progress. So we're just gonna stay with it. And then I know there's some training. Like I said, I know there's another person I'm supposed to be matched with. So there's like a couple more steps. So hopefully I can start promoting and moving faster over the next week or so. So hopefully things get better. How you doing, Wendy? Appreciate your friend. Thank you for stopping by. So my friend who's in the room, let's see, Chrissy. I'm gonna get. Oh, did Chrissy leave? Chrissy might have left. So Chrissy, I'm gonna talk to her and match her with Portia because I was gonna share some information about etiquette with going live. Nothing about TikTok is simple, easy. We have to put in the work. That's it. That is it. That is so true. That is so true. True words have never been spoken, but yes, that is so true, Fred. Oh, you are here, Fred. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so awesome. So I was going to share about being on TikTok because it seems like you're a very, very new account. So let's talk about that. And we're going to start with bio. So we'll start with that. And then Tina's clothing, stay with me, friend. We're going to talk about fear because I need to ask some more questions. So we're going to talk about etiquette first. And how you doing, Alex? We're going to talk about etiquette. We're going to talk about bio. Um, as first of all, in terms of just making sure your page is optimized. So it seems like you just started this account. I'm just going to make that assumption that you just started it. You got 35 people, and when I say just started it, meaning that maybe in the last week, maybe in the last few days. And so what you're going to do is have words in your bio. Let me ask a question: do you have your account set for private? Because that will make it so that you never see a bio in a live setting. It also will limit your growth. Okay, so your growth on that. Okay, so you don't have it set for private, so you just haven't put words there yet. So you want to put some words there for, I tell people two reasons. The first reason is TikTok. TikTok gets to know you. Use those keywords to identify what your content, what your page is going to be about, your account's going to be about. So when you put words in there, you want to put words that are going to align with what you're going to be posting content about, what you're interested in, what is made up of who you are and what you're all about. And then essentially those words, that's part of the search engine optimization. You see it. I'm co-streaming on YouTube, but that's the same concept. When people are searching for different videos or different topics, they will use that search bar for it. And so your content, your page should pull up for them. Same thing on YouTube. Videos should pull up for them. So you want to make sure your page is optimized so that those keywords that you have, maybe in your bio, maybe if you have a video or a description of a video that aligns with what they're searching for, it pulls it up. So that's how you get optimized. So you're going to be intentional about those words. If you're like, I don't know what to put, I don't know what to say, I don't know what my page is going to be about, I tell people to go to ChatGPT, go to any of those AIs, go there, plug in. You need an 80 character bio. Give me 2 to 3 examples of an 80 character bio that will, resonate from my TikTok account, that will resonate with my audience based on me being fill in the blanks, me being a mom, me being whatever the case may be, and just talk about that. You can always change your bio. You're not stuck with that bio. You're not married to it, but it is something you want to have. So first reason is for TikTok. Second reason is for here. When you come into a live room, people will click your photo and they will see who you are and what you're about. Thank you so much, Teresa. Appreciate you, friend. And if you don't have a bio, they don't know you. So they don't get to know you. So essentially, you want to have those words in there so that people can see who you are. And then ultimately, they may follow you and message you because they're trying to grow their community, trying to grow their followers, or because they want to connect with you because they think you are a person that they want to follow your content. Maybe as time goes on, maybe they're a live host and you'll start engaging with their live because you guys have similar interest. Okay, so just know that that's part of it. So it's for here in the live stream so we can get to know you, but also for TikTok to get to know you. What about faceless? Faceless people need bios. You need a bio for faceless. You can just say what your interests are, and maybe you even put in there that I produce faceless content or faceless content about XYZ topic. But yeah, faceless, you still need a bio. You still need a bio. I tell people who are faceless, I would actually encourage you to change your name then too. Because I mean, obviously you got I'm assuming that maybe your may or may not be your real name. But change it to a topic or interest based on your profile, based on what you're doing. Good morning from New Jersey. How you doing, Linda? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Did you hear my bio conversation, friend? Do I have to repeat myself? Let me know if I need to repeat it. Let me know if you didn't hear it, seriously. Because I want you to put some words in your bio as well. So I just explained the whole reason of having a bio. You need that. Again, first of all, it's for TikTok. Second of all, it's for the live stream, so that we know who you are and what you're about. So put words in your bio. Your account is just as new as my friend Chrissy. So make sure you both have some words there. And if you are going to be faceless, I mean, you can put, both of you have, you said, it's my real name. I just deal with hate. Oh, okay. Well, then don't use your real name, friend. Have ChatGPT when you do a bio. Ask it to come up with a name for your profile. Yeah. So same thing. Yeah. It's based on your content. Yeah. So that way it's all there. Let me know if that's the case too. Is it Lydia? I think that's it, Lydia. I might have said Linda. Thank you so much, friend. So let me know if you have questions about your bio. So I want you to put words in your bio as well and those keywords. Okay, so here, second phase. Here's what I want you to do. How you doing, DML? Thank you so much for coming in, friend. Appreciate you. Here's the other thing I want to say. So when you come into a live room, my new people, and so this is my friend Lydia and my friend Chrissy. You both are very new profiles. You have never engaged on a live stream. I'm going to tell you, here's how I know that. And when I say engage, I mean like engage or commenting, which is great, Chrissy, because that's part of what you want to do. Lydia, same thing. You want to comment, you want to engage. What I can tell though, because TikTok, I tell you guys, good morning, how you doing? I tell you, TikTok tells on people. So you see my friend who was sending the popular votes. Appreciate your friend. It's T Mac. Thank you so much, friend. Um, TikTok tells on people because it says what level of engagement you are. Okay? So as you're engaging in a live, it gives a blue box. That blue box is there. And then it also gives an orange heart to show that you came in and got your daily heart me. You're engaging with this particular live stream, as this is the daily heart me is part of the fan club. That's what they call this for this room. So you're engaging in that way. So to get an orange heart or get a blue box, you have to have coins on your account. Okay, so that means that you have to put money on your account. So when I told you you have to spend a little bit of money, Chrissy, that's what I was talking about. I never knew that. You never knew that, Teresa? What do you mean? It tells everything. TikTok tells everything. What Coach was just in the room, but she says TikTok is messy. It is a little messy, y'all. It's messy. It's a little messy. So TikTok tells it all. So it tells on you, like I said, it tells you everything people are doing or not doing. so Teresa, stay with me for a second because I'm going to tell you, I'm probably going to blow your mind a little bit more because I'm going to show you how you can check for how many points you've collected. So we're going to talk about that in a second. So let me do this real quick because I like to show my new people in particular as you're engaging in live. I want you to kind of have a quick rundown of the room and how you as a viewer should engage. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick little rundown so you can see exactly what to do. No, I really didn't. Okay. So we're gonna do a quick rundown. I'm gonna stay with me for a little bit. So, and my friends who are coming into the room, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining the live. A couple things. And so let me go back to my old school way of talking. This is what I would say in a few months back because TikTok has had me in the shadows, but we okay with it. So here's what I will tell you. There's a couple things you want to know to do as a viewer. Okay, so this is a viewer, and what I teach as a viewer is that this is information you can share. How you doing, Laura Lynn? This is information you can share with your audience as you become a live host. Okay, so this is where you're now learning kind of what's happening, what's going on. How you doing, Soul Vibes? So there's a couple things you want to be aware of. First of all, I'm gonna say as a viewer, hi, oh look at that, I heart you. That's cute. That's super cute. How you doing, Principal Martin? So there's a couple things you want to know. I tell people all the time when you come into someone's live room. So this is live streaming. When you want to come in someone's live room, you as a viewer just entered a relationship, whether you liked it or not. This is a relationship that you entered. And in this relationship, I tell people jokingly, but very truthfully, you entered a threesome. Okay, so that's the joke because you're in a relationship with TikTok, me, and you. So the three of us got to work together in order for this relationship to work. Okay, so good morning, beautiful people. Appreciate your friend. So for it to work, it means I definitely believe that. So for this relationship, I can't find the heart me on my laptop. It's not on your laptop. It's not on there. Yeah, the tablet, the computer or laptop, you won't be able to get to the heart me. You have to do it from a tablet or a phone, mobile devices. I don't know why it's not on the laptop, but it's not. You can see the live stream, but the interaction is very limiting. You were able to gift though, because I was going to say I don't think you can gift either, but you can gift. They're gonna make sure you can gift, y'all. So, but you can't. But I don't know why you can't do the heart me. I'm not sure why. Yeah. Okay. So here's what happens. There is support that you're doing. So there's things you can do, and I tell people it's free. It's support. It's how you get the live activated. It's how you get engagement points. Is how you tell TikTok, I am engaged viewer. Now, will it get you your daily heart rate or your blue box? Not necessarily. You gotta have coins in your account for that. But we're gonna talk. I'm gonna show you how to get that, and we'll talk through that. But the first thing I tell people when you come to someone's live, the very first thing you should do. Now, this is just etiquette. You should follow the live host. People tell you to follow the live host. You should follow them if you are new to their room. Okay, so that is partially what you should do. Now, I tell you all the time, you go into a room, I usually give them about a minute before I decide if I want to follow them, because I'm just taking it in for a second. But if I like their vibe, their energy, what they're sharing, I'm really learning from them. Within that first 30 seconds, they're gonna get me, and I'm gonna click their photo, and you can follow them. That's free. Okay, you said me too. Now let me say something. You can always unfollow them if you don't like their vibe. Okay, if you get there, you're like, you know what? Oh no. This person right here, they didn't sit well. I don't want them to be in my notifications. I'm good. Let me unfollow them. So you ain't married to them. Okay, so that's what I say. But the first thing you should do is follow the live host. If you click the daily heart me, you're gonna instantly follow the live host or follow that person. Okay, follow the live host rather. So that's the heart plus that's up here. That's where you have to have coins in your account to click the daily heart me. But if it's just about following them, you can click here and follow them. If their mini profile pops up, and click follow. You don't need coins for that. So I just say that. That's the very first thing you should be doing when you come into a live. You're either negotiating doing the daily heart me or you're negotiating following. So it's one of those two things that you're doing. When you first come in, TikTok will say send a rose too. Now that's TikTok's way of making sure you know about how to engage and about gifting. So we'll talk about that in a second, but that technically is probably the second thing you do. But we'll talk about that in a second. And then I tell people, as you're coming in, you want to put a comment in. You're going to say good morning, hello. You want to make your presence known because comments matter. We'll talk about that. The comments do matter. But the next thing you should start doing is engaging by tapping the screen, okay? Because if you are tapping the screen, you are sending those likes. The likes will start coming up here. You'll see where it says 7.9K. So we don't have a lot of likes, so we might want to increase our likes. But you want to make sure, I'm actually going to connect my other phone so I can have some likes going on that other account. But you want to make sure you are liking the screen. As you are tapping consistently, there's going to be a pink heart that's going to pop up. As that pink heart starts to pop up, there's a line that's going to crawl across. Hello, friends. There's a line that's going to fall across. And in that line, you'll see that heart will start getting fatter. Dots are going to get to percolating. Oh, 1 second. You let go, confetti falls on the screen. Okay? You see the confetti, I don't see the confetti. But it'll show how many likes you sent. Okay? So that's what that does. So this is for my new people. I know I got some new people in the room, and you guys are kind of like, I had no idea that was happening. Those who didn't know about the tapping, let me know with the confetti falling. Let me know if that was news to you. If you never tapped that long that you saw confetti. I ain't never seen confetti. Yes, that means that you tap it on the screen consistently and you see confetti. Go into meet and doc. See you later. Okay, thank you so much, Luna. Appreciate your friend. I'll have some more updates at 4. So that's where you're tapping the screen. Let me know if you've never seen that, but that's what happens. You see confetti. And then you'll hear people kind of say, tap to the confetti, tap to the confetti. That's kind of why they're saying that, because they want you to keep tapping. They want you to engage. The other thing I would say, hold on 1 second. Let me see. I'm just going to log into my other account. The other thing I'm going to say is, I want you to look at the people in the room. So I talked about tapping the screen. I want to show you now. You always want to be commenting also. So comments are important. Yes, why? I didn't know that. You said, yes, why? I didn't know that. Yeah, pay attention to that heart. Once that heart starts to get fat and the little dots are percolating out of the heart, and then you're like, wait a minute. I have a good coach. You're so stupid. Principal Mark, you ain't never did the confetti either. You're like, I never knew that confetti. So that's there for you all. So it's a way for you to engage and get some tapping going but it's also being very intentional about making it interactive. But it shows you how many hearts you sent, how many likes. Those likes matter. So here's my new people. I'm going to show something. So I shared this before. So my new people in the room, Chrissy and my friend Lydia. Are you still in the room? Lydia might have left. Okay, so I don't see Lydia. But Chrissy, you're there. Chrissy, you have points next to your name. You have 7 points. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. I love learning. You're so sweet. You taught me that when I first started, I did in copycat. Yes. So here, I want you to tap, friends. Okay, now I want you, Chrissy, this is you in particular, but anybody else in the room who was new, my friend Teresa, I'm showing you stuff so you can see. So here, if you click the number of people who are in the room, okay? So click that number and it will show you who are top viewers. So first of all, let me just talk about top viewers. The top 2 viewers will sit right here at the top in these 2 boxes. You'll see them up here. They're reflected in this list. And so it goes through, I think at one point it'll show you like the top 25 or so when the room is rooming. It might even go higher than that. I can't remember if it's 50. I don't remember. See, it's been so long, y'all. But that's okay. So it will show you who are the top viewers. People have points next to their name. So that's the engagement that they've been doing between tapping, gifting, commenting. All that engagement matters. And so people tell you in the live, you want to make sure you are connecting with the top people because those are engagers. They understand the assignment. They know what to do. They're very intentional about their growth and the growth of the room. So as you are engaging with them and having connections with them, then as you go live, as you are thinking about your growth strategy, those are people you want to have on your follower list. You want to be connected with those people because they may come to your live and engage in your live. They may, especially my friend Nika and my friend Miss Darlene. I'm just gonna say, let me just say right now, y'all. I'm gonna say that right now. Okay. I'm gonna tell you that right now. My top 3. Well, let me look at this whole list. This list, oh shoot, yeah, this list is full of some supporters. I'm just gonna say that right now. So you can't go wrong with this list. So let me just say that right now. They are great friends, yes. This is a good list. I'm just gonna tell you. So, how you doing, Coach Jesse? So this is a great list of folks up in here. Trisha, Doris, Betsy. Oh my gosh! I'm just gonna say these are like ride or die. So they coming through. So they coming through. So just know if you get these people on your team, you got some supporters. I'm just saying that right now. So, how you doing, Yuji? Yuji too. I appreciate your friend. Principal Martin, you come through too. I appreciate you all. Luna just left. I will tell you Luna. So Luna as well. So I'm just saying, the good times, through the good times and the bad. I'm just telling you now. If I could just give awards. I'm just telling you so. So just know that that's the purpose. You want to make sure you're connecting with the right people. Now, I was showing you that list for a reason. So you see the points. I want you to click that question mark. Okay? You said me? Yes, Coach Jesse too. Absolutely, Coach Jesse. I'm sorry, friend. I'm sorry. Because I know you just came in, so you didn't have a chance to be in the top list yet. You had just walked in the door, so I apologize. That is my faux pas, because that is definitely you. You have been there. You just walked into the room. I did my first Shoppable Live last night with 10 products. Oh, look at you! Awesome. Congratulations. Awesome. So yes, we were talking about shop. We're like, shop is a whole thing. Those products, oh my gosh, it is a lot to do. Yes, we are family. Yes. Thank you so much. So, okay, so I was showing you that question mark for a reason. That question mark actually tells you everything I just talked about for the most part. It tells you how to become a top viewer. TikTok is educating viewers so that they understand how to level up and how to properly engage. You said getting ready for your live. Awesome. So put my people who are live hosts, if you are live hosts, put it in the chat for us so we know, especially we got some new people in the room, so that they know what your topic is, your time, and your time zone. So put that in the chat for us so we can see. So they can see, how you doing, humble rich peace friend? How are you? Put that in there so we got a few newbies so that they can see your availability, your schedule and stuff too. Um, and so I show you that because it tells you how you get points. So you get points for tapping the screen. You get 3 points for every 10 minutes. So you get points that way. You get points for your comments. You get 3 points for every 10 minutes of comments. So my friend Chrissy, even though you didn't have a blue box, you have been collecting points. So if you guys see Chrissy, Chrissy has 7 points. So because she's been commenting, she's been engaging. And so, and I'm assuming I can look at you, Chrissy, in a sec. I can look at your profile and put a comment in. So just say hello. If you put a comment in, I can see where those points came from. It probably came from comments because you've been commenting with me, as well as when you, if you've been tapping. So my friend Tina's Clothing, when you put that comment in, it says that you sent a total of 13 comments. Okay. And it shows me all the comments you've given so far. You've been in my live for over 30 minutes and you've sent 1.9K likes. So it shows me as a live host the rundown of your engagement. I'm just saying, TikTok is messy. TikTok is really messy. It will tell on y'all. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna say. So you kind of know how people are engaging in your live. You said, I'm a live host on Central Time. I see you, Yuji. Thank you, Miss Sterling, for the shares, your personal principal, TikTok, and teaching tips. Thank you so much. Look at your friend. Chrissy, you said hello. So, Chrissy, let's see real quick. Let me see what you did. So, Chrissy, you sent 10 comments. Chrissy, you did 1 like. Chrissy, how you just do 1 like? What in the world? You just tapped the screen 1 time. You just did like, what? That's what you did? Is that just what happened? I've never seen 1 like. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, wow. Tell TikTok, yes. I'm back. Trisha, you back too. Okay, appreciate your friend. You said I'm back. I got a call. Okay, I know you're working. My friend teaching good listening and learning and engage. Thank you so much. Humble respect, peace. And then you said my digital marketing lives will be Tuesday, Thursday from 11. So from 11 to you did military time only 11 to 1. I was like, wait a minute, what's 13? 11 to 1. And then Saturdays, oh my gosh, you did military again. 21 to 23. 21 is 11. No, wait. 9 to 11? Yes. 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. I was like, wait a minute. Good morning. How you guys doing? So appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Thank you so much. Okay, so then TikTok says comments. So comments are where you get comments for every comment you give, you get 3 points for every 10 minutes. And then it says gifting. I'll say that. You get a point for every gift that you send. So if you send a rose or something from the gift box, or a live post will have a live goal that's up here. My live goal is that donut that you see. So that's a live goal. We call it a wish box. So that's essentially what's there. So that's the live goal. And then on Mondays, there's a gift gallery that refills. TikTok picks the gift gallery, but there's a gift gallery that refills, and that becomes another way for you to become a title gifter. So my friend Doris, thank you for the heart puff. She's sending the heart puff gift. So those are other ways as a live host you can fill your gift gallery. So people do encourage the gift gallery being filled. You usually said, I'm a nurse, so my time is always military to keep me special. I love it. I see the lightning. Yes, you're definitely growing and glowing up. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Yeah, I use that all the time. Look at you, Fred. You say you use it all the time. You had me thinking. I was like, oh my gosh, military. Thank you so much. I was like, what is this? Oh. And wait a minute. Let me say this. The only reason why I knew that, now this is sad, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason why I knew the military time and I was able to convert it so quickly is because of TikTok. When I set my live events, you got to do it in military time. So When I said the shoppable lives in the evening, I'm using military time. That's how I knew what the numbers represented so quickly because of TikTok. But yes, so okay, so let me go back. So Christy, let me know if you're still with me, friend. So let's talk about a couple things. Um, we're gonna talk about gifting. So here's where, and Teresa, let me know if you're still with me. So Teresa and Chrissy were the two people. Teresa, I'm gonna show you something else if you're still here. You might have left out, but I'm gonna show you about the blue boxes. You said I'm here. Okay, so here's where. First of all, you have to have coins on your account. So coins on your account is important because you go. So TikTok has, this is what I call TikTok's commercials. It's their ads, and they have different campaigns that are happening. Hey, Happy, how are you, friend? Um, they have different commercials and ads that they have up here, and these are usually campaigns that are running at that time for throughout the app somewhere. Different live events, other initiatives that are happening. So if you swipe, if you're on your phone, you should be able to swipe and see some of the things that are up there. One of the things that will show up is something that has like a coin. It says save around 25% for recharging. There's a coin. They just, for the most part, I think about 2 months ago, they just added this here because it was kind of a well-kept secret. Like, essentially, you can go on the website and get a discounted cost for coins than what you can do with the app within the app. So if you click the gift box is somewhere down here. If you click that gift box, it will show you all the different gifts that you can send and the different denominations for those gifts. Those are considered coins. So everything that you see, every number represents almost like a penny when you think of it that way. Scroll down to the bottom. If you look all the way at the bottom, there should be a number or a place where you can tap that number. It's going to tell you the number of coins you have on your account. So it may even say 0. How you doing, Dee Dee? And then if you click that, it'll take you within the app to add coins. You're adding money, essentially. You're going to use your credit card or debit card, whatever you want to use, and purchase coins so that you can use those coins when you're in the live. And so that's how people are sending the heart puff, the rose, the donut, whatever they're going to send, that's how they send it. My question is, I'm new, just trying to figure things out. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. Wait a minute, you said your question. Did you have another question? Let me see, friend. Did you have another question? Maybe you got filtered. TikTok will filter questions sometimes. Okay, no, you didn't. So you just said that. Yes, so you're new. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because I'm going to show you Portia's room. I'm going to send you to Portia's room. Her room does operate where you want to be an engaged viewer, an engaged person, as you're trying to make sure you're getting all the information in that particular room. Some live rooms are like that. So as you are engaged, and how you doing, Dr. Tricia? The expectation is that you are going to actively engage. You're not just going to sit back and take the information in. You are actually going to tap the screen, give her likes. You're actually going to make sure, because she'll say things like, "Hey guys, I'm going to talk about the next thing, but let's get this to 25K first. Before we start talking and showing this different information, we got to make sure we have 25K likes as a room. Let's work together. Let's bring this up. Let's just start sharing and supporting the live. Share out the live, all that stuff." So she's one of those rooms. And I say that because there are rooms that operate like that on the TikTok streets. So if you don't know what you're talking about, and you're like, "Well, what is going on?" So just know that is some ways that people do. What are we talking about, Doctor? We're talking to newbies. Dr. Tricia, I don't know if you know some of this. Let me know if you don't know some of this. But I was just sharing my friend Chrissy what to do. I'm just typing to get out of my comfort zone. Okay, okay. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that is absolutely good. So being in this room is going to help you, Frank. You're gonna become really comfortable. How you doing, Mama Leanne? And so, so as you are, what was I at? Gifting. So gifting is the gift box here. So you said, how do you give in the gift box again? Say it again. How do you give in the gifter box again? The gifter box. When you click the gift box down here, click it. And then find a gift that you want to send and just tap that gift. And then it'll say, do you want to send it? And then you hit send. I think you got to tap it once and then you might have to tap it again. I think that's how it happens. It should. You said the purple box? The you mean the gift gallery? If you click my photo, is that what you meant by the purple light up gift gallery? If you click my photo, my mini profile pops up and it says gift gallery. I think that's what you're talking about. Now, if you're talking about the purple ticket, that's different. Let me know if you're talking about the purple ticket. I don't think you're talking about the purple ticket. I think you're talking about the gift gallery. I just saw a notification come into my your live about something going live effective. Oh, the rewards policy is changing. That popped up before I went live. It was like a little message. I screenshot the message, but yes, on August 14th, the rewards policy, and I need to go back and see what the policy is going to change as of August 14th. So we'll see what that means. I'm assuming I know they changed it where you can't, you have to be 18 years or older to send gifts. I know that's part of it. But it said rewards policy. So it might be something related to how you're getting rewards as a live host. Maybe. I'm not sure. So I'm going to go back and read it. But I just did a screenshot so I didn't miss it. And that way I can go back and see what exactly the policy is. Yeah. So how to see what your level is. So Teresa and my others in the room, here's how you see what your level is. If you put, so for example, Dr. Trish, you put the word okay. If you put the word hi, I want you then to click your photo because your information shows up, and so you can click your own picture. Click your picture, your mini profile pops up. Then click your level. So if you're level 0, like Chrissy, you're level 0. So if you're level 0, if you are level 16, like my friend Dr. Trish, level 11, whatever your level is, then it shows a blue screen. Under that blue screen, it tells you how many points you've collected, how many points you need to get to the next level up, maybe level 1 or whatever your level is. And then ultimately, what you're going to do is see those experience points underneath. Those experience points is what you're striving for. So my friend LaShawn, you have, how you doing? You're level 3, so click your level and then you'll see what you need to do to get to level 4. So the first set of numbers are going to be the numbers you collected. Then it's going to be the number of points that you need for level 4, and then underneath that is the experience points. You said, I heard yesterday in a live that we should go live for 2 hours now. Is that true? It's always been the best practice to go live at least 90 minutes to 2 hours. That's always been the best practice. In terms of how TikTok will optimize your live and push more people into it. It's getting to know you and stuff. So they always encourage you to go live at least 2 hours. 90 minutes is like the minimum. You should try to go live. Now for my new people, I tell you 30 minutes because you're building up. And ideally, as you start talking and growing, it gets easier. You can go live longer. Thank you guys. You guys are reaching level 10. Look at you guys. You're leveling up. Okay, I'm going to check mine. Go ahead, Tina. You level 11. Yeah. Check your numbers. Yeah. Tell me what you, well, you don't have to tell me, but usually what I tell people after that point, I thought I looked purple, but coaches was saying blue. What's the blue? The blue box? The blue box in here? What's purple? What's purple versus blue? What were you saying, Principal Martin? Let me know what you're talking about. The blue box does turn purple as you get higher level. If that's what you're saying, it does change colors. Is that pertaining to gifts for the live host you are in to level up? What you just taught us, that is pertaining to you as a viewer, is your gifting level. How you have been engaging in other people's lives, how you have been gifting. So it is pertaining to you and what you're doing in a live. And so TikTok is tracking that engagement. Yep. The blue number probably, the blue number, that your number 16. The box, sorry, Miss Multitasking. So the box next to you, number 13 for you, Principal Martin. Principal Martin, so here's what I want you to know. If you click your level 13, click your level 13. When you click your level 13, what you should see, the ability for you to scroll. As you scroll and see more levels, those boxes start changing shades up to like deeper purples. So they don't stay blue long. Like right now it's blue. But when you get into those 30s, it starts being purple. You can actually swipe and see how the colors change to see how you doing, Bountiful? You'll see really quickly, new information. Thanks. You're welcome, friend. So it's how many times you go online. No, it's a level represented based on your gifting in a live. It's how you are engaging in that live, how you've collected points because of what you've been gifting primarily. That's what it represents. Yep. So as you are, when you go into that blue box, click it again, there's a question mark. I tell you guys, always look for the question mark. The question mark is there in that top corner. If you want some reading time for yourself later, screenshot it, go back and read it. But it's there for you. Yeah, it's there. It says, so that breaks it down for you. Oh yeah, I see it. All these slides turn into purple. What does it mean? Oh, look at you. Thank you. How you doing, Estilo? Thank you, Doris. Appreciate your friend with the corgi. I love the corgi. Thank you so much. So what does the shades of purple mean? Again, it goes into how you are increasing your level. So your level of engagement, what you're doing when you gift. Now the levels increase. So my friend SD Low, you see my SD Low, she's almost purple. Her color box ain't the same color as our boxes. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's Roman numerals. Roman numerals for the level. Let me see. Let me see what you're looking at. Yeah, LV, is that what you're referring to? It's the different, oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. It's the different groupings. It's like right now we're in group number 3. I'm in group number 3 rather. So my group number 3 represents LV20 to LV29. So I'm in like the diamond grouping. So my shade of purple will span between 20 to 29. I'm sorry, my shade of blue. I ain't purple yet. My shade of blue will be for those 9 or so, or 10, is that 10? Technically 10 groups, level number. So that's what that represents. Yeah, it takes a lot to get there. Yes, it does take a lot to get there. Hello, how you doing? High five. I found it. So let me share something with you all. Now, is that all your money you're using? Because you got to put coins in your account. Are you always, so here's the trick. Here's the cheat code. Just really quickly. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for the support. You said both. Yeah. Both of what? What happened now? Here's the cheat code. As you go live, so I'm teaching you, so I started this conversation saying, I'm teaching you as a viewer so that when you go live, in turn, you will teach your viewers how to engage. Because you're going to know. You, as a live host, you know, you can see. You can see what level boxes people have or people who don't have boxes. You know what they're doing in terms of their engagement. So you kind of understand what's going on here. And if you're a room where you're like, nobody comments in my live, Dr. Lisa. Nobody likes my live. Nobody is, I don't know how to get gifts. They don't look at my gift. Nothing's going on. I would tell you, first of all, I would say it's probably you. You need to go back and make sure you're educating your community. And then I would say, I need for you to pause for a second and see what levels are people. Do they even know? Do you have people in your room that's there for your information because they see the value of what you're bringing, but they are not an engaged viewer on the app? There's a lot of people like that. Okay? You said, that's me. That's you. Dr. Trish, did I just say that's your live room? You're like, they never talk, they never engage. Now, Dr. Trish, I'm gonna say this. Your chat was moving a little bit when I was in that room. You said, your chat, you got people engaging in your topic, and then now you got to educate them to know, okay, guys, so housekeeping, we got a couple of housekeeping rules. I'm going to need you guys to like my live by tapping the screen. That's going to let TikTok know people are interested, they're liking what they're hearing. I know you guys are really excited about what I'm sharing here, and this is some great information. So let's like the live. That will also help to push my live out, okay? So you say that. Okay, I'm going to need you guys to comment. So you're going to have to teach your viewers, maybe ask them questions, keep the chat going, maybe repeat somebody's questions a few times or comments and stuff so that they feel seen and heard. And then you're going to have to say, okay, guys, I'm going to need you guys to share out my live. Here's how you share my live. If you click the arrow, you can share my live out, or press my nose or my glasses and share the live out. Okay, so you can share your live out to supporters. I'm gonna I'll, if y'all don't mind doing that, because I'm gonna share my live out too. Because I actually had not shared my live, so that way you are you said good tips. Yeah. So that way you're activating the room. And then you can point out, by all means, you can point out, hey guys, I have a live goal up here. Don't forget the live goal if you want to support the live in that way. Also have my subscriptions up here. If you want to become a subscriber, here's my benefits. And then there's the gift gallery. If you click my photo, you'll see my gift gallery. And those are gifts that TikTok puts in there for you to become a title gifter. So those are things you can talk about. You can absolutely talk about those things. You absolutely should talk about those things. So that's how you get people to engage a little bit. But so what I teach here is so that you understand how to be an engaged viewer, but also you pay attention to those levels. And those levels reflect how you essentially are engaging in other people's lives. So other people see that as well. So if I set up a backup account, should I use different email to sign up? You have to. Yes, you will have to. You you have to. It's not a should. You actually do have to. You're required to. You have to have a different email. Good morning. Just came from my morning power hour. We have fun pouring into each other. That's awesome, friend. How you doing? She will appreciate you coming in, friend. Thank you. So yeah, five Island. Yeah, that's part of the setup process, friend. Um, so where was I going? So Daily Heart Me, I didn't talk about that as much. The Daily Heart Me is up here. Daily Heart Me is also how you can get people to understand how to engage. Because how you doing, happy? So if people click the Daily Heart Me has a screen that pops up, and it tells you get points for giving the Daily Heart Me. You get points for putting comments in. You get points for sharing out the live. They have that in there now. You get points for leveling up and stuff. And so you're getting points. It's like a little game in itself because it's allowing your audience, your fans, I'll call them team members, for them to engage fully in your live. And if you get enough of your fan club in the room, then they're going to help others too in terms of understanding. You'll get people in the chat that says, hey guys, we need to share out the live. We need to tap, tap, tap. You want to make sure you have people who are supporting the live in that way too. So that's important as well. I currently have 2 accounts and 1 email, and I change accounts by going to my profile. I'm not sure how I'm not sure how you were able to do that because my understanding is when you set up a new account, maybe it's an either or. Maybe you need a new email or a new phone number. It might be either or. But I thought email was required, but maybe I'm wrong. But you do need something. You need something. You should have something new. You shouldn't have 2 accounts under the same email or phone number. Something was different when you set those up. So maybe they're different phone numbers you're using or different emails. You could toggle on one device between your accounts. That you can do, but those accounts should be associated with different email and phone numbers. Oh, happy. Today is 30 days of going live. Congratulations, friend. You are doing it. I am so happy for you, friend. That is awesome. That's what it's all about. Why do watchers want the points? Why do watchers want the points? I said add an account. What does that mean? You said add. If you add an account. If you add an account, click add an account. When you create that new account profile, you need an email, a new email. I'm going to say and or a new phone number. But I think now you got to have both. I think they're really trying to regulate the way your account is set up. Take a look at it. Come back and tell me if I'm wrong. Hello, friend. How you doing, me Mal? Thank you so much for being here. I think you need both. And let me know if I'm answering your question. 5 Islands. I might not be answering your question. Principal Mark, you said, why do watchers want the points? Watchers want the points. Watchers are people who are just in the live and not commenting. Is that what you're saying? But they're getting points. They're getting points for liking and comments. That's what points represent. What benefit is to watch to accumulate points? I don't know if a watcher actually gets points unless they like the live or comment. Otherwise, they have to spend some money and time clicking the Daily Heart Me, claiming those engagement points, or gifting you. So, and they need to spend money to gift. So if they're just watching, Nika Grace gave a good answer. Let me see, what did Nika say? Nika, I don't see your answer. You say you can have a box next to your name, which draws attention to your name. Let me say this though. Let's play this out. Let's play this out real quick. They would have had to engage in somehow. So that there's no way they got points or got numbers. So when you say a box, you're talking about a blue box? Are you talking about a blue box, Nika? Confirm what I thought the attention. Well, no. No. They're not. So, okay, maybe the word's not watcher. Maybe you're using watcher wrong. Okay, so a watcher is somebody who's just watching your live and they're not engaging at all. They get no points. They have nothing. You don't see them. There's plenty of people just watching. Yes, that's where your points go. Blue box. Okay, so let's back up a second. If they come to your live, then they had to engage for you to even know for them to be in the room. Okay, let's say that. So then they're not a watcher. They're an engager. They're a viewer. There's somebody, yes. Host notice and says names that are engaging. Yes. Okay, I was using term incorrectly. Okay, gotcha. I was like, okay. So watchers are people who are lurking and they do nothing. they absolutely are not doing anything. They're not getting no points. They're not commenting. They're not tapping the screen. They just out there taking in all the information. And those people, the watchers are fine. I think it helps the room number. So that's totally fine if they're in the room. There's people who can watch you in the search box and not even come that way either. So there's people who do that, right? I think that Principal Martin is saying what should be we spend money to get points. We can't type. We can't type today. They're so annoying. So those are people. Those are people. Now, if they're in the room, they're adding value because they're a head count. That's fine. I'm totally fine with that. They're a head count. And then there are people. Let's talk about the psychology of this. There are people who will sit there and listen, take information in, and then they may come back and be an engager. They may come back and say, you know what? I like your style. Let me figure this out. I'm gonna sit in here with you and learn from you because I like how you do things. I like what's being shared. I needed this, and so those people may become active participants once they become a little bit more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So it's that whole shy thing going on. So I get it because I'm a shy person. You said, wow. So recognizing I have an inner shy part. So recognizing that person may convert to a person who's an active viewer or participant over time. And so you may win them over. You may wow them. And so, or woo them, brother, woo them. So you'll win them over. So with that, you get that person to be an active participator. Now, the people, y'all, from a semantics perspective, the blue boxers, the people who are coming in, sending a gift, people who are doing your daily heart me, and maybe they're not asking a lot of questions, but they've done some level of engagement. Now that's engagement. Those are people you kind of want in your life. You want to make sure those people are supporting your life too, even if it's just, minimal. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. Where's my hand heart? Where's my hand heart? What in the world? I did not have my hand heart on this whole time. I ain't sent them no heart me's. No hearts? What in the world? There we go, y'all. There we go. I had no clue. I told you, I haven't been moving my hands as much, huh? Oh my gosh, I had no clue. So, I mean, and then you have people, I think, Nika, to your point, the blue box people and how people are engaging. How do you set that up? How did I set up my hand heart? That's an effect. It's actually under effects. You click the wand and then you click effects and it's called hand heart. It's called hand heart. So you just type in hand heart and that one should pop up. But Yeah, there's an effect you guys should practice and just see what type of effects you want to use. That's my hand art effect that I use. But yeah, when I think about the psychology of a person who is um, kind of lurking and just listening and stuff, there's people out here, they're like, okay, I don't want to necessarily engage in the room, but I'm going to listen. Over time, though, again, you may see people who are actively gonna set it up so that they are participating more. They're learning, they're growing from you, and they're gonna actually be a part of your community. So I don't think it's a bad thing. It may take people a little bit more time to kind of engage in that way. And then sometimes people are scrolling and they pause for a second and then they keep scrolling and then they're like, okay, I heard some things she said that was helpful. Let me keep going. Okay, so let me go to the next thing. I was just in here for a quick second. Now I gotta move on. Cali Girl ATL, how you doing? Oh, Cali Girl in ATL. Oh, I like that. That's cute. Um, Thank you so much. So you get that too. You get that. I love effects. I heard TikTok rewards live hosts for using effects. True. I don't know if that's true. I don't think so. I don't know if that's true. I don't know where. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's important to have effects to help draw people in, to help create an energy and to create, you know, a feel for your live. I don't know where that falls into monetization. I don't think so. I haven't heard that. Let me just say that. And I don't think there's a way to verify that because you get monetized even in the scale out rewards. It's nothing that says, oh, did you use our effects? Did you use our features? No, there's no metric for that. So the only way is just to draw people in, and people would have to gift you, and it becomes more engagement in your life. But there's no way to monitor that you're monetized based on effects. I'm gonna say that's a no. That's not true. Yeah. Unless somebody can point me to here's where they're tracking that I use an effect. I can't see where that falls into play. But that's my opinion. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I don't think that's true. I don't think it's true. There's nothing I can think of that will say you're monetized based on your effects. The use of effects or use of any of those features in your life. It's a good practice. That's what I would say. A good practice to use them because again, it creates an energy for your room and how people view your live. You brand yourself maybe by certain effects. So you guys know I use the hand heart. That's kind of one I use all the time. There may be some other people who use other effects in the background and for just overall feel for their room. But I don't think there's any monetization that's connected to it. Thank you so much for sharing out the live. Let me know, was there anything? I mean, honestly, I'll stay on another 10 minutes because that'll put me at 90 minutes. I told you guys 90 to 2 hours is a good place to stop. I'm stopping a little early today. I shared earlier in my live. Being here, you learn a lot of. Sometimes I'm cooking like now, just listening and laughing with you, and my kids think I'm crazy. I love this community. Thank you so much, Doris. I appreciate you, friend. You guys make me laugh. You guys are funny. You guys are so funny. And like you said, we laugh, we learn. I mean, that's the whole point. We want to make sure we're building community, helping each other. But you guys are super hilarious. I go to some of y'all lives and I'm like, oh my gosh. Coach Miss Jessie, she's funny. She's super funny. She has a lot of, because she has different situations that happen. And she's so animated. She tells the story about her microphone not working and stuff, and I was teasing about my hand. My hand heart was my way of not talking so much with my hands, and I said somebody teased me about using American Sign Language. Was I signing because I was always talking with my hands, and she said they probably thought that for her when she didn't have her mic going. So I just thought that was hilarious. I was like, yeah, you probably did look like that. But what was I saying? So I have homework to do. I got the notification that I'm on the contract phase of the agency. So I need to go read the contract and understand all the rules and what this means in terms of being in the contract phase. So I'm going to do my homework. So that's why I was going to get off a little earlier today, because I got some work to do. Dr. Coach Jessie will take you on an emotional journey from laughing and crying. She will. She will. She will. She she has a lot of lived experiences, and just recognizing that, we all do, and so she brings that to her life too, the human element to it. So she's good with that. She's good with it. I told her she needs to make sure TikTok don't get in trouble for that shoppable live and going down a emotional roller coaster doing that shop live TikTok. Like, hey, you need to talk about these products. I need you to talk about the super calm. I need you to talk about that stuff. She does fashion. She doesn't do the supplements. But yes, I need you to talk about them glasses you have on your face. Okay. Happy for you, Di. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep you guys posted. She's an amazing person. She really is. I'll have to go see you later. Oh, Tina, wait a minute. Don't leave. Did you leave? You was my other person. Let me know. You were my person I was trying to convert today. Let me know, because you said she came in and said, I'm afraid to go live, but she's in fashion. So let me know, friend. As you can tell, can't wait to hear about your contract and what's happening. I will keep you posted, friend. I requested for Super Calm free sample. Yes, I like my Super Calm. Nika was teasing me, talking about I'm so chill and calm because I'm on the ashwagandha so much. So, and the Super Calm has the ashwagandha in it. It's like, and I did that post the other day, yesterday, and I said maybe it's the ashwagandha. So okay, Tina's clothing. Are you still here? Tina left me. I think she left. But it is all good. It is all good. That's what it's all about. I want to make sure I checked in with her. I love that, Dr. Lisa. I want to feel calm. Yes. You can't feel nervous. You can't feel uneasy. You can't. This is the thing about it. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I was saying that in the context of just this journey. You said ashwagandha is great. It is. It is. Just in terms of this journey, because there's so much you can kind of stress out about. It's not, honestly. Hold on one second. My husband. I'll text him in a second. Let me text him in a second. He just asked me to chat. I just want to make sure I don't miss his. Give me 1 second. Message. That's okay. That's okay. I'll text him in a second. Okay, that's fine. I'll text him in a second. Supercon needs to come in, go live, start a pack with a like mic. I love it. I love it. Do you know when a host is eligible for subscription to offer their viewers? Go and look at your benefits to see if there's any requirements. I thought subscriptions came pretty early in your live host journey. I can't remember, because I was one of those people that was late. I always say this about my journey. I was late to starting the subscription, even though I had it. Okay. Ms. Darlene said right away. So I do believe it comes pretty early. Yeah. She said you should have it. I'm thinking you should have it within, after you do those first 3 lives. Now, again, I was one of those people that was late. Yes, I got mine as well. Yeah. So you probably have it and you just don't realize you have it. I knew I had it. I just hadn't activated it. So I will tell you, if you are a person that is going live, start it, and just make sure you talk about it too. But click it. Make sure you add a subscription benefit of some sort there for people, and that way they can engage with you as well. And you can obviously talk about it in your live at different points, and just share what resources you have available. Once I got the camera open, it's right away. Yeah. What should I offer? It depends on your live topic. I'm not going to tell you what to offer, but one of the features that the subscription has is that you can do a subscriber only live. So only your subscribers can attend that live. You can make where people see maybe a preview, a 60-second preview of what that topic is, but only your subscribers can join the live. And so I will often turn on the preview, and usually, depending on how things go, there's usually one or two people who will subscribe right then and there because they want to sit in on the live. So that's one thing you can do. So you can make it only a topic for your subscribers, and maybe it's a specialized topic that you're offering just for them to hear, or just something that you want to present to them first. Um, and then you also have the ability to turn on a feature that says subscriber only chat. So I don't actively use it, but there are people who will turn that on and say, only my subscribers can answer this question. Only my subscribers are communicating at this time. Now you'll see a lot of the A-League or B-League live hosts, they activate that pretty frequently because that's their way of saying, hey, I'm offering this special benefit just for my subscribers to engage with me in this way. And so that will happen too. So just, I'm like I said, I think differently about it, but at the end of the day, that's something you can do. Yes, the special stickers. Yes, the special stickers you can offer. So when the chat gets to chatting, you see your subscribers, their special shout outs, special stickers. Those are some of the features that are actively health topics. Yeah. So depending on, you could run that through ChatGPT and ask it to give you some ideas for your subscription based on who you are and what you talk about. Yeah. Tap, tap, tap. How you doing, Mimi? Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. Thank you so much. Five Island, I see you, friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate this support. Yep. So that's what I would tell you. But just keep in mind. Here's a good practice. It's not a best practice. You might want to have a subscription tier that's fairly reasonable. I offer the lowest one that you can do on TikTok. And that becomes potentially an incentive for people. They're like, okay, I'm not breaking the bank. I'm not spending a whole lot of money. I'm just here learning and growing. Thank you so much. And I'm going to get this additional benefit or information from her. So just know that that's something you can do. I would, like I said, just visit some other live hosts that have subscriptions and just see what they offer for their subscribers, especially within your niche. So maybe that's something you can look at and say, okay, do I want to do what they're doing? Do I do what they're doing in a different way? And you know what I'm saying? So that could be another way to do it. I'm thinking of a 15-minute health coaching session. Oh, maybe. Maybe, what is that? The Tiny Diny. I had never seen that before. Oh, that's cute. The Tiny Diny floating. That was super cute. Yes, thank you so much. That Tiny Diny looked relaxed. Yeah, so the reason why I say I paused about the 15-minute coaching session. Okay, let me say this. TikTok gets a nice percentage of your subscription benefit. So whatever you price that at. Yes, you paused. Yeah, I paused. Because when I think about a health coaching session, I think about that as something that's a little bit more, from a monetization perspective, I think that's something that you don't necessarily want to split with TikTok. That's what I'm saying. So if you can call it something that it does not seem so, like a health check-in conversation, something like that, something that doesn't seem so formalized. To me, coaching session seems like your expertise, something where if you rename it and just make it like, okay, here, we're just going to do a quick health check-in conversation, or something very low level. You're not getting no super medical advice. You're not getting something very intensive. You're just going to get a quick little, let me answer your question. And that's it. And now you're talking about 2 minutes, 5 minutes, but nothing more than that. You know what I'm saying? So not 15. 15 to me is like your expert knowledge and advice, and that's something that you don't necessarily split with that with TikTok. So that's why I paused. But TikTok is not even 50-50. It's more like 60-40, because I think I forgot what the breakdown is exactly. I have to go back and look. Or a sub-only coaching live, maybe something like that. But again, just think about what you're offering. Because if they want, if the expectation is they want something that's a little bit more intimate, private, then that's where you do your deeper dive conversation, and people go to your stand store and sign up for that, and they connect with you in that way. From a monetization person, do you have to fill our gift gallery to get up to 53%? No, that's not. It's not related to that. No, that's the scale. 53 to 47. The last I checked. No. let me explain. Let me break that. That's not how that's calculated. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. That's not how that's calculated. Let me calculate the gift gallery. Okay, let's say this. The gift gallery, if you fill it up in your live, that is awesome. And it does go towards your per live monetization, and it does go towards, it will calculate into potentially if you level up in your league level, which that gift gallery should not allow you to level up. I don't think. I don't think it does. I don't think the math will allow it to happen. Well, let me take that back. Unless you do it on that first day, because the gift gallery is basically, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the room, the gift gallery, if you lit up your gift gallery in one live in that day and you timed it correctly where you leveled up to the point where you exceeded your league goal, you will get a percentage for that. You will get 3% for that. So that is a way to get your weekly mission fulfilled. But unless you do it and it's done right then and there, but if it keeps going over and over multiple days throughout that week, you won't have enough to league up in one day. Okay, so just kind of keep thinking from that perspective. So the numbers, you guys, isn't each level different? Such as, yes, they each are different. That's why I said I don't know if it does, if it allows you to league up. Oh, is that why so many people fill their gallery day one? Day one, and you got to time it. So there's a timing factor here too, because your league is based on the league you're in and how you are ranking and moving out of that league for that day. So if other people in that same league are moving along and moving up in that day as well, you may not league up. You may drop further down the rankings. Does that make sense? I think, well, let me take that back. I think what will help you is that you get your fragments and your shield. If you get a fragment and shield, you might be fine. You may be fine. So I might have said that wrong. So if you get your fragment and you fragment up and get your shield, you might be okay. The higher your league, the price of the gift gallery becomes. Exactly. Exactly. So there's a couple strategies that are in play when people are in different, sometimes people are like in a circle of friends, and that's something I'll probably talk about in the future. But there's a circle of friends that you're in so that you're able to all support each other, and you're able to make sure you're filling the gift gallery for each other, so that you're, within that pod, you all are pretty much taking your same money that you're getting, that you're passing it along. Y'all just kind of circulating the money to fill up people's gift gallery together. So that's a strategy, and that's a strategy. I need to learn more about that strategy, especially from a TikTok perspective, because I see that being played out quite a bit. So I need to learn a little bit more about it, but that is a strategy. So as I think through this agency piece, I think I'm going to bring that to the table. So I want to make sure I understand it a little bit more before we try to do something like that. It's almost like, have you ever been part of, anybody, put in the chat if you know what I'm talking about, one of those lottery pools? Have you ever been part of a lottery pool? And you usually have somebody who's able to win the pool of money each week, different people. It's kind of the same concept. Where do you find league guidelines and community guidelines? Click the league. Click your league. There's a question mark. Click that question mark, friend. If you click your league right now, there's a question mark in there. Whole Q&A. You said the boards. What's the boards? You talking about the boards on TikTok? Let me know what you're talking about. Let me know if that's what you're referring to, the boards on TikTok. You have a question about the boards, Principal Martin? Let me know if that's what you're talking about. I think you have a question about the boards, but let me know. Um, no, you said the blessing game to oh, that's it. Yes, that's it. Okay, yeah. That's what they call it, the boards. Yeah. Yes, that's what it's called. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. You made me think of the one that was the Ponzi scheme. No, that was one that was the Ponzi scheme. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think that's what you're talking about. You're talking about the boards. You're talking about the Ponzi scheme. Okay, go do your paperwork. Oh yes, I do need to do my paperwork. You said go do your paperwork, girl. Yes, I have the contract, so I need to do it. Yeah, take a look at it now. Okay, let's see. Laugh out loud. Yeah, girl, they went to jail for that one. I think that's what you're talking about, the boards. uh, I was not talking about that one. I was just talking about the work pools. I wasn't talking about the boards. You're wrong for that. Nikki, you look Nigga looking like, wait a minute. Y'all need to Google the one she talking about. I forgot the name. That's not the name of it though. That's not the formal name. But it was something like a board game concept. It was something like that. Whatever the formal name was. But they did not. That was happening during the pandemic. It was a whole they was on American Greed. That's how I know the story. Because they made it to American Greed with a situation. Okay. So y'all Google what I'm talking about. If you don't know, if you have no clue what I'm talking about, Google it. You said what? Yes. Me and my husband, we was actually on vacation. You know, how you chilling, we just sitting there, and the TV had that on, and we sat there and watched their whole little story. It was interesting, but yeah, it was a hot mess. That is not what I'm talking about, though. Let me be clear about that. If y'all end up looking it up like, Dr. Lisa, she was talking about that. No, I was not. I'm not talking about that, just in case it comes back. Oh, look. What in the world? What was that? The kicker challenge. Did I make it? What just happened? I don't think I made it inside. That was cute. I think the ball missed. He said, that's my fave. What? Nope, I didn't make it. I was like, wait a minute. That was cute. Oh, thank you, Dr. Lisa. I have a webinar in 4 minutes. All right, friend, take care. Laugh out loud. She said the ball missed. It did miss because I was like, what was I supposed to? I saw the ball go in one direction. Get ready. Okay, let's see. Let me see. While I'm standing here waiting, I'm standing up tall like the it went over. I was supposed to go up. Maybe I was supposed to jump. That was cute. Thank you so much, Fred. I appreciate you. You said almost. That was standing still. That was cute. That was super cute. All right, friends, let me go. I have homework to do. So, like I said, I did get the contract from TikTok about the agency. So, I did get a contract. I need to do my homework. I need to read through it. Really quickly, when it comes to gift galleries, Mimi, you asked that question. Gift galleries, you say, yay. We're going to see what happens. Like I said, this is a process. Thank you so much. This is a process. So I think this is like, if I was to say this is phase 3, I'm in phase 3. I think there's a phase 4 and maybe even a 5. So we'll see what that looks like. But I'm in phase 3 right now, which is good news. Scale Live Rewards. I just want to say this real quick. So Scale Live Rewards is based on 2 things. It's based on how many points and gift you get per live. Thank you so much, friend. And then how many, your weekly missions, what you're getting in those weekly missions. Per live, you're paying attention. Thank you so much. You're paying attention to how many minutes you go live. So you want to go live 25 minutes or more. And there is a notion out there to go live at least 90 minutes to 2 hours or more. So you'll see a lot of people putting in the time, going live. You see live hosts that make this their job. literally. And so you want to get to the point where you're doing at least 90 minutes to 2 hours. That's the goal. And the algorithm gets to know you, and you're able to continue to grow and connect with your community because of that. Can you get her to 35K? Oh yeah, that's 35K likes. Let me. And so yes, let's tap the screen like. So the other thing you're paying attention to is how many new followers per live. There's two metrics you're paying attention to: your time and how many new followers you get. Okay, so that's what you want to pay attention to. You can make up to 40% of your rewards. Remember, you guys were saying 53 and 47, all those numbers. You can make up to 40% of your rewards per live. Okay, so 40% per live. There's an additional 13% that is part of your weekly mission. So think of that as a weekly pot of money that you're accumulating. It re-ups every Monday morning, essentially Monday at midnight, 12:01. But that weekly mission, so it starts from Monday to Sunday, okay? So that weekly pot is worth 13%. And each time you go live, if you go live daily like I do, twice a day sometimes, that weekly missions is accumulating, and you can get an additional 13% because of those weekly missions, okay? So the weekly missions are made up of, these are the metrics, it's made up of how many days you go live each week. So if you go live 2 or more, you can make up to 8%, okay? If you, and that's the first one, duration, how many days you go live. Then the next one is how many of your fan club, your team, how many of them return over the course of that week. Like, what does that look like for you to get returners and that number to obviously stay, continue to grow, okay? So if you have 100 or more, you can get, well, there's a sliding scale. So I think it's 0 to 10 is like 1%. 100 and more is 1.5. And then 2,000, they got it over to 2,000. If you get over 2,000, that's the A leagues. We're not in there. They get 2%. Okay? So most of us live in that 1.5. You know, some of us are still growing, so we at the 1%. You said OMG. Why you say OMG? OMG, yes. So most of us live in that 1.5, or we're in the 1%. Oh, we did make 35. Thank you so much. So I just said 8% if you go 2 days or more. And if you're in either the 1% or the 1.5%, you're at 9, because you got to add that 1.5 or 1%. You're going to be at 9 or 9.5. Most of us live in that 9.5. So we're going to make 40% plus that additional, I'm going to say 1.5. That is, 40% plus that additional 9.5. So that's not 49.5. That's where most of us live, in that each week we're making 49.5, not even 50%. We're making 49.5 or 49 even, depending on if we've got over 100. He said, I need to go read this. Yeah, click your Scale Live Rewards. It breaks it down. I saw someone get 460,000 points in a battle last night. How much money is that? Whoa, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. But I'm going to say this. I've seen over a million in a battle. I have. Doing the Community Fest, a lot of people did good in that A League. Yeah. You said, child, yeah. I've seen in the millions. I have to admit that. That is a lot what you just shared. Don't get me wrong. I think for any average day, but doing that Community Fest, it was crazy how them points was going. He did multiple battles all around 300K. Yeah, I witnessed it with my own eyes. What you mean, you witnessed your own eyes over 1 million points? Yeah, I've seen millions. Yeah, it hit over 1 million points. Yeah. And you're right. This person was doing multiple lives too, and they were doing 1 million plus. It was battles. Yep. Clearly in the thousands. Nikki, you asked that question, like how much is that worth? clearly some thousands. Don't get me wrong. I don't know the math. I don't know what points they got. I don't know what gifts. I don't know what it was. But clearly they made some thousands in that battle. That's exactly what just happened. You just witnessed somebody make, I'm gonna say about $1,800, maybe 2,000, based on the number you saw. Now, the million people, I think they made probably 5, 10,000. Who knows? They may have made that much based on how much they were gifted and the type of gifts that they got. So yeah, because you figure TikTok Universe is that 50K? I mean, I'm sorry, $500 to TikTok Universe, and then I think TikTok still takes a split of that. So you figure they probably get, argument's sake, 300 of that, maybe, out of the universe, and TikTok takes their split. Some of the creators I watch are doing that multiple times a day. Plus, they're doing shop. Yes, yes, yeah, yeah, exactly. My crew member did an impromptu battle with 4 Hour Notice Friday night for 650K points. Wow, yikes! Wow, that's crazy. Wow, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah. So yes. So needless to say, there's some money being made. Yeah, there's some money being made. Um that's yeah. Um Minimal power ups too. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. So oh wow. Yeah. So they could have even made, they probably would have made millions if they had power ups. If they had a lot of power ups in the room. Wow. I ain't never. Wow. Well, I understood. I said it just like you probably said, I ain't never. Yes, the game I was talking about was no power ups allowed. Ooh, wow. Okay. Wow. Hey, friends. Oh my gosh. Y'all laugh at me. That's the way Phenomenal said. She said, I ain't never. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. That's why TikTok ain't going nowhere. TikTok like, look here, look here, look here. We know what's happening on these streets. The battle gives me gambling vibes. Yes, it does. It does. It does. It does. Yeah, it is not for the faint of heart. You got to be ready, friend. You got to be ready. It is a form of monetization, and there are people who do it and do it very well. And do it very well. But yes. Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah. What was I about to say? So you said I love them. Nika, you love watching them then, huh? You like, I love watching it. It's just all the different gifts just flying in the room. You got slot machine. Thinking about it. You're like, I see all them gifts. Looking at the points. It's just the numbers rolling. Wow, friend. But yeah, it does give gambling vibes. It does. But yeah, it's a quick little 5 minute rush. Now, like I said, Community Fest had me looking at some of these battles too. That I haven't done in a minute, obviously, because Community Fest ended. But I had watched some of them. Boss Metro has 3.9 million plus diamonds since last week. He's made that many in a week. 3.9 million in 1 week. Patch with Susan, how are you, friend? Let me understand something. Are you saying that was made in 1 week? Or are you saying he's now at that? His overall diamonds. Let me understand what I'm just hearing. How can you check someone's diamonds? I don't know. How can you? Last week he almost made 4 million in diamonds in 1 week. You say, yes, I've seen it made. Wow. I will send you the data. How do you check the data on someone else? Are you checking on him? How are you able to check on him? Let me understand what you're saying. Are you looking at his league? How are you able to? We have a competition. Oh, okay. Is it GQ? I didn't know he was GQ. Oh yeah, I didn't realize he was GQ. Okay. Hmm. Okay, friends. Okay, so let me go and do my homework. I got some work to do because this is part of my homework. I'm assuming at some point I will be able to tell y'all all the tea. Okay, y'all know I have never been one to gatekeep, so I won't be gatekeeping in this neither. So we will be knowing and learning and growing. You said I sent a request. Hold on one second. You sent a request. It didn't go through. I'm gonna send you an invite. Let me let you. Let me send it. Okay. I encourage those vibes, and I think it can be dangerous for some. Yes, yes. Patch with Susan, girl, I can go live now. I did my first live Sunday while I was taking my walk. Look at you, Patch with Susan. Look at you. You say, girl. How you doing, friend? Thank you for sharing that news. You gonna be hooked. We gonna have you on these streets doing your walks, talking to your community. You're like Dr. Lisa got me going live. Like what in the world? Okay, phenomenal. I'm accepting.
I know my app has been glitching the past 24 hours,
Okay.
but yeah. So we're in this Gravitas Q has this crew competition
Okay.
where they put you in groupings of like five or so based on diamond count.
Okay.
And we started last week, like I don't know if it was the 23rd or something. And I have to look at the actual date competition started. And they try to even it out. So there's like me and this other person from like California that are like D League, and then there are two A leaguers. One's from England, one's from Charlotte, the one that I was talking about that had the battle, and he just went up to A League this week,
Okay.
last week, and he's now going up to A2.
Okay.
So and he's in college. He's a college wrestler,
Oh wow.
and he just hangs out in the pool and does whatever. But yeah, so Boss Mitri is the number one person on in the whole competition
Oh wow.
with 3.9 million diamonds since the competition started last week.
Oh wow. Wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And that's just him. Like so my crew member is number nine
Okay.
with like I don't know, like 500,000 or something, right? But Boss is 3.9 million, and I think there's one person at like 3.6 under him. Everybody else is like 500,000 or something, like peanuts compared to.
Right. Right.
So, but
Wow.
yeah, I've got this. They've been posting every other day or so, because our crew is like number 12, and so you get to see there's 50 something. We're like crew 55 or something, but there's like between 1 and 60 crews, and we're number 12 right now. But Boss is the number one person in the competition,
Wow. Wow.
and my crew member's like number 10 or so,
He,
9 or so.
but
So he's in the top
he
10.
teaches battling, doesn't he?
He does. He teaches battling.
Okay.
And he's battling, I guess, himself. He's back in the battle streets, but yes, he's teaching battling right now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Yes. So.
Yeah, so but I've got what they do is they post the screenshots on a daily or every other day basis. So yeah, I have the actual data that I looked at this morning.
Gotcha. So okay. So just to clarify, there's no way to see other people's data because you're in your agency in this group in
Yeah,
this competition. She's seeing numbers that are being shared
for
by
the top
mhm.
10 people in that competition since last week. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Awesome. Yeah. There's a lot of money flowing here. A lot of money,
Yeah.
y'all. Lot of money.
So
So yeah, it does
it's
give gambling vibes, but at the same time, it is entertainment. I'm gonna say that it is entertainment, and that's what people spend their money and allocate their money the way they choose to. And if
Yeah,
you're
it's entertainment. I worry about the health of it, and I worry about people, I see out doing those things, but I also think that there are, like when I look, like I said, the guy that's in my crew, he doesn't even, he's in college, right? So, but he has people he calls like Mr. Universe and Miss Universe, and he knows that they just come through, you know,
to
going
center
through the
universe,
verses.
Wow.
So yeah, it's wild. I don't even know. I just set my limit. I don't know how they do it,
Yeah.
but I have seen it done. They had gorillas and lions and tigers and bears
Wow.
and yachts
Wow.
and things.
And universes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All
And he
right.
didn't even know about his battle until 4 hours before it happened because somebody had canceled on someone, and so he took the battle, and he didn't even do power ups or planning, and people just showed up with what they had, and that's what went.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, that was that payout was definitely thousands. Definitely thousands. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's in his backyard in his pool every day. So we're out here planning content and all these things, and he's in the pool chilling with his dog.
You're like, what am I doing with my life? What in the world?
Right? But he's as sweet as can be, right? Because he's my crew member, so he came to my live and stuff, and it's cool to get to know people.
Right.
But when you go and you see these things, you're like, I'm out here, working hard for substance, and he's doing cannonballs. Yes. Anyway.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to prolong. Go do your homework.
I
We
did
look
my
forward
homework.
to seeing you
Listen,
in this whole.
I know. I'm in these streets, y'all.
Being in the know.
Ooh. Okay. I'll keep you posted, friend. All right. Thank you so much. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Okay. I'm about to head off. But Susan, real quick, I saw your comment, Susan. You said, "What do I talk about?" Susan said, "I was rambling." What other word should I use? Susan, come back, Susan. Let me do this. Come back to my 4 o'clock so we can I'm gonna do a deeper dive with your experience. You said, "I want to help the world experience better quality of life with love in a patch." Ooh, I love that. Okay, friends. So come back at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be here at 4. Let's chat it up. I'm so happy you went live. Okay. So that's the whole thing. Practice makes progress. Okay. Don't feel like you got to figure it out all in your first live. You do not have to figure it out in your first live. Just keep going live. That's the first thing. Just can you go live for a few minutes and then use a pre-recorded video? No. No. You're talking about in your live, you turn your live screen on, and then you flip your camera to a pre-recorded video of you talking about a topic. You could probably do that a little bit. You gotta be careful with that, but yeah, you probably could do that for a little bit. Maybe just say, "Guys, here's a quick message," but you gotta be careful because I think TikTok will see that as I think I've heard people get violations for that. I don't know what the exact term is, but essentially maybe not original content or something like that. You got to be present in the live, so you could show a little bit of a recording, a few minutes or so, but not the whole live. So if you're saying 30 minutes of a recording, they look for your face. Yeah, they do look. They look for your face. Game in the system. Yeah, they look for your face, but it sounds like she would be showing herself in this video. I'm assuming that's what you're telling me. So you got to be careful though, because I don't think you can do that pre-recorded message for long. They look for your face. They look for your voice. You have to have some interaction. You can flip your camera. Don't, because I do it all the time. But you're showing, you're pointing, you're using your finger to point to things. Like when I show my, so for example, if I show my stand store, you guys see my finger swiping the laptop screen. I'm moving the screen around. I'm touching. So there's interaction for me because of my hand. But if you're just showing a pre-recorded message the entire time, that's problematic. You gotta be careful with that. It's live. Everyone wants to support after this. Yes, Just Fabulous. So she's doing her shop live. So Just Fabulous is just that. She's Just Fabulous. Let me pin her comment here. She is live. If you want to go over to her Shoppable Live, and then and so yeah, definitely make sure you're not just showing a recording the whole time. You can do a little bit. You can talk. You can show a little bit, and then come back and recap, and maybe show a little bit more recap. Try that. But again, I would say make sure you might have your hand, you're moving the screen, and you're pointing to different things, you're pausing, kind of interjecting, that type of stuff. So it's more presentation like, and it's not just you just showing a recording. Yeah. So come back at 4. We'll talk a little bit more. I'm happy to chat with you all. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. I will be back at 4 o'clock. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all the support, and I will see you guys later. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Okay, bye bye, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. I will chat with you all later. Bye bye.